Hey guys, so if you haven't read the title already, I'm going to be talking about things I learned for my first year in a sorority. So a couple of things, I'm just going to be going through each one of them one by one and then describing what I mean, and also about some things that you might want to look for when you're choosing your own sorority through recruitment. I'm really expressive with my hands, and I think I talk better with my hands, so I made a little makeshift tripod because I can't find mine right now because I'm packing up to move into the house. I had to remove some of my letters and stuff that was up here, so my wall's a little blank, but it's old pictures of me that I got through vacations a long time ago. So let's get right into it. So number one, I didn't realize how expensive a sorority is going to be through your first year. Your first year is your most expensive year. Stuff like badges, which is the little pin that you wear after you're in the sorority, stuff like new member fees, t-shirts are expensive. Some sororities include those in dues. Some sororities only include so many, some sorority doesn't include any of them. So you want to keep that in mind through through recruitment. Another thing is philanthropies can also penalize you if you don't raise enough money for your philanthropy. You can also be paying for that in the end, or if you miss a meeting or a special event you had to go to, it can also penalize you. So you got to make sure you keep up with your finances through recruitment. And when you're narrowing down if that's something you want to worry about. And then when you're in the sorority, be diligent with your financial officer to talk about if you have any hidden fees you're going through, or if you might want to even go on special status. I wouldn't recommend special status for your first semester. You might want to have a year under your belt before you decide you want to go into a special status financially, because that can hurt you in the long run when you want to go to something like formals, or because the way my sorority works is that if you're on special status, you don't pay as much as somebody who isn't on special status, but by the time a sorority rolls around, you have to pay the full ticket for that, but that would be normally in your dues. So that's something you want to look at, whether or not you're okay with that, or if you'd rather just stay up with dues throughout the full semester. Another thing is my sorority is a sorority that also gives you your mandatory t-shirts you have to wear for certain events, but not every t-shirt is mandatory. So you can also shell out $10, $15 for a cute t-shirt for this event or that event, and that can add up as well. Another thing is most sororities do want you to live in the house, so that's something you have to look at with rent and stuff when it comes to that. I'm currently, working through my monthly bills when it comes to rent for next year, because I will be living in the house, and I might post a little bit about that later on, so you have to subscribe for more, so make sure you do that. And then another thing I learned is that it's not going to be just instant when it comes to making friends. And it's not like you're going to show up day one and you're going to meet your best friend and you guys are lifelong sisters. No. In fact, the closest girls I met through the weirdest circumstances. One girl helped me buy medicine when I was feeling really sick, and we got pulled over on our way to Walmart, and then that's just how we became really close friends, and she's helped me out through the rest of the semester and then the semester after that as well. Even though she's going on special status now and I won't see her as much, I will still see her on those special events like sisterhoods and also formals. So another example is that some girls happen to get the same sorority when they're going through recruitment after meeting each other in recruitment, and they're best friends from that. And that's actually how I met my little originally. Was we were in the same line during fall recruitment, but then she ended up dropping, and she was right behind me with last names that were very similar, or at least really close in the alphabet. And then when she decided to go through spring, I was her big, and I helped recruit her, and I was like, we gotta have this girl, she's so sweet. I met her during fall. I don't know why she didn't choose, but we ended up talking about why she didn't go through the full fall recruitment, and I might talk about that in a later video if you're interested, if you're feeling like you might want to drop later on. So yeah, so don't expect to make friends right out the get-go. It might feel a little lonely, you might feel a little overwhelmed. I know my pledge class was about 80 girls, and meeting everybody and learning every single name was insane. So don't feel like you have to go all out to learn everybody's name and meet everybody right off the bat. So moving on, another thing I want to talk about is time commitment. So I know that, like, you're gonna be like, oh, it's sorority, of course it's gonna be time, and of course it's gonna be expensive, of course you're not gonna meet everybody right in the first day, but you will, like, not understand just how much you need to put into a sorority, and just how much they expect from you as well. So you don't want to go in thinking, oh, I'm only gonna put half my effort into the sorority. No, you want to put your full effort into sorority because they're giving you their full effort back. Stuff like if you're on a committee, I know my sorority requires being on a committee. Make sure you put all your hours into that. You know, do your service hours, pay your dues, make sure you try to work for that GPA requirement. When you're on a committee, like I'm on banners committee, so we sit down, we paint banners for different events like recruitment and bid day and all of our special events throughout the year. So we have several different banners that we have to paint, and if we don't get those done on time, then we're out of luck, or the banner is dripping down the wall or something like that. So I make sure I personally put in more hours than I need to just so we can get every single banner done. Other girls, they take advantage of that and they don't do any hours. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But make sure if you're going to a sorority, you want to put as much effort into it as you're getting out of it. Another thing that I learned is, like, sorority girls are the stereotype and they're also not the stereotype. So the stereotype would be, you know, Legally Blonde or House Bunny. I think that's another cute movie about sorority girls. So I think House Bunny is probably closer to it because of how unique each girl is in each in that sort. I think they're just the Zetas, maybe not, but because I know Zeta is also another sorority, but they are each unique. Of course, you know, one is pregnant, which doesn't always happen, but your sisters are going to be just as wildly unique. Some are going to want to party and meet frat guys and, you know, tailgate and wear skimpy clothing, while the other ones are going to be modest and go to church every Sunday and have study groups and stuff like that. You know, like I'm in between. Like, I'll go out and have fun with friends and meet new people, but I also rather would stay in with a nice cup of coffee. So you can find your own, like, clique in that environment, and you don't have to be the sorority stereotype that a lot of people think when going through recruitment. So you want to keep that in mind. You don't need to be this whole cliche when going through recruitment, and also your first year pledging and bidding and all that stuff. You want to be who you are for the long run, because you're going to get more out of that way. The next and kind of last thing I want to talk about is, along with the stereotype, you also need to follow rules. A sorority has rules and an image to keep up with. They might be unfair when it comes to what rules you need to follow and who needs to follow what rule, but in the long run, they will outline their laws for you. Like, these are our bylaws. We ask you not post about these topics, or these are our bylaws. We ask you not do this out in public. A very famous kind of bylaw that all sorority girls have is we ask you not to dance on elevated surfaces, so like bars, stools, you know, stuff like that, because it's kind of trashy, you know. Ask you not to post about drugs and alcohol on your social media, because when you're on your social media, you're affiliated with that chapter. I kind of de-affiliate myself on YouTube, but on my Instagram and Twitter, I am affiliated. So it's just kind of, you got to make sure that you're willing to follow the rules of your sisterhood, along with being yourself. And, you know, don't become prudish, of course. Like, you want to be yourself, just don't maybe put everything out there. You want to be the best you can be, but also for the sake of your own sisterhood, put in all your effort into being you know, a good sister to others. So that's kind of what I learned through my first year. Of course, some of it is more or less obvious, but like you learn this stuff. You also learn a lot about your sorority's history, your sorority's philanthropy, how that personally affects your sisters. So yeah, I will be posting a little bit more, maybe a little bit more freestanding videos instead of the whole vlog style. I kind of like this a little bit more because I can talk with my hands. But I will be posting more all the way up until after my bid day, and then I will maybe post a video about bid day, and that's it. Of course, I'll post another series of this later on, and like tailgating and different sorority stuff, but it just won't be about sorority recruitment. So if you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe down below. I also have all of my Twitter and my Instagram down there as well, and comment and also share this video. And if you have questions, please let me know in the comments. I would love to answer as honest as possible. I know like a lot of people don't feel like they can reach out to girls who are talking about sorority recruitment online because they won't answer. They'll answer, you know, like everybody should rush. No, like I will answer honestly. If you have any concerns, like I will tell you what I went through my freshman year and whether or not if that's best for you. You know, every girl's gonna have a different experience, so please ask me questions. I'm pretty small, so I will answer, and I will post that either on my YouTube or just through the comments. So comment, like, subscribe, follow, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.